As what I mentioned in my previous video, I've actually failed 3 times, and that took me 2 years before I was finally accepted and fulfilled my dream. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about my top 10 tips on how to pass your cabin crew interview for Qatar Airways. As what I mentioned in my previous video, I've actually failed 3 times, and that took me 2 years before I was finally accepted and fulfilled my dream. So now I'll be giving you my tips based on the mistakes that I've made, and so you can expedite the chances of fulfilling your dream and become an international flight attendant. And by the way, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to tap the notification bell so you get updates whenever I upload a new video like this. So you finally have decided that you're going to apply for a certain airline, and perhaps you wanted to be part of our family, which is Qatar Airways. You're most welcome, guys. So the first tip that I'll be sharing with you today would be to print your CV. So you can check the requirements online as to what kind of things that you actually need to present to the recruiters on the open day. So basically, you will be needing your CV and a picture. 1 page of your CV is actually enough already, and the fresh graduates can actually apply even if you just graduated from high school, as long as you meet the criteria of the airline. And also, if you want to know the requirements of the airline, I'll be putting the link down below in the description box so that you guys can get guided for your future reference. So now you already have a CV. This time you would need a photo. And the second tip that I'll be sharing with you guys would be to look for a good photographer. So why am I saying this? Well, don't be like me before, guys, that because I was really very desperate to actually get the attention of the recruiters, what I did was I just grabbed one of the photos that I posted on Facebook and I just printed it. And I think it was a bad idea because that's one of the things that I actually regret, and that's why I didn't make it on my 3rd attempt that time. So what you can do this time is to get a studio taken photograph, and don't forget to follow the instruction of the airline. And make sure you look natural on the photo, and it should describe the best version of yourself, because it is one of the things that the recruiters are actually looking for, and that's how they decide if they're going to shortlist you or not. Remember, in the open day, you only have 30 seconds to actually impress the recruiters. So you really need a very good photograph for you to be remembered by them. The third tip that I'll be sharing with you guys would be prepare your outfit the night before. In my case, I made sure that the business attire actually suits me well and it complements my body. And this time I used the same attire as what was on the photo that I submitted. And I also use it for the next 2 days. I just wash it and make it dry. The fourth tip that I'll be sharing with you today is test your makeup ahead of time. This is for the females. Now, if you're not a makeup person like me, you might want to test your skin and what kind of makeup that really suits you. If you can afford, you might want to have a professional makeup artist to do your makeup. One thing I'd like to share with you is don't overdo it, and please no false eyelashes. Also wear a nice shade of lipstick that complements your smile, and please avoid the nude colors because it doesn't really look very nice when you are smiling. Also, if you have scars, it's okay to hide them. It's okay to conceal them. There's a lot of good concealers out there in the market now, and you can just cover it up. That's what I did on my previous experience. And also, don't forget to do your hair properly. So the next thing that I'd like to share with you would be to get enough sleep. I know must be really hard for you to really think of the process, and sometimes it's hard for us to sleep, but at least try your best so that you're not gonna get mental block. Don't overthink too much because sleep is really very important, and if you don't have enough sleep, you may not be able to survive the whole day process on the assessment day. So make sure you really have good sleep, at least 8 hours if you can, and try to relax, guys. I know if you have done your research or you've done your homework, you should not worry about the assessment process. Alright? The next thing I'd like to share with you would be to eat your breakfast. It's going to be a very long process, guys, and if you didn't eat your breakfast, you may look very tired and you may not be able to survive the whole day process. Maybe you can have an apple or banana, or perhaps just a hard-boiled eggs, but make sure you don't go to the assessment day with an empty stomach. It is very important for you to have something in your stomach so that you can survive the whole day. And please don't get carried away because of the stress that you're actually feeling inside. Just make sure you have something so that you feel good as well when you are facing the recruiters this time. The next tip that I'll be sharing with you would be come the earliest as possible. Now, if you are from the Philippines or other parts of India, you might want to go as early as possible, at least maybe 2 hours, because one of the experiences that I had was when I went there, it was already a very long queue, and you don't want to tire yourself just for queuing because you don't have any seats at all. So just make sure you go there as early as possible so you can get yourself seated, or perhaps you can go to the washroom, or perhaps you can touch up your makeup, and so you can breathe some fresh air as well. You don't have to cram yourself when you're already there, because remember, you need to be the best version of yourself when you are already facing the recruiter. And also make sure that your makeup is on fleek for the ladies, and be relaxed, guys. This is your moment to shine, so you don't have to worry about anything if you've done your homework. And so the next tip that I'll be sharing with you guys would be to be friendly with other applicants. Now, being friendly is actually part of being a flight attendant. When you're facing the passengers or your co-workers, you actually need to be really friendly because you'll be dealing with different personalities. You can't be grumpy in the aircraft. Show to the recruiters that you actually have the potential to become a flight attendant, and at the same time, don't be too loud, be respectful, and don't make it too fake, guys. The recruiters can actually feel it, and they can easily catch you if you're just faking. Now, the next thing that I'd like to be sharing with you, we are on our second to the last tip. And I think this is one of the most important part when you have already gone through the process, would be the final interview portion. And so it is important for you to prepare your answers for the possible question. I think this is one of the most important things that you actually need to take down notes, guys, because you need to be really confident and fluent when you do your final interview, especially when you are not a natural speaker. When English is not your first language, it is really very important for you guys to at least know your answers so you don't have to stutter when you are answering the questions. And also when you're nervous, it's really very easy for you to actually get carried away and get mental block. So at least if you are prepared and you already have the answers in your head, it's easy for you to just, say it to the recruiters. You can memorize the answers if you can, but please don't sound too scripted. What I did in my previous experience was I actually tried to research online on the things that the recruiters can actually ask me, and I try to formulate all my answers, and that's how I give my answers to them. I think that's one of the reasons why I passed through, because I felt really very confident, and I was fluent, and I was relaxed, and I didn't have to stutter because I already have the answers in my head. And also, guys, please have some originality with your answers. I know there's a lot of tips or a lot of people giving you tips on how to answer things, but be unique as well at the same time, because the recruiters are actually looking for some originality here, and the recruiters are actually looking for people who are very sincere and who are very true to themselves, and at the same time they don't want to hear the same answers again and again. And one thing as well, just be confident with your answers, because sometimes even if you felt it was a wrong answer, but because you are really very confident with your answer, it really sounds right. I know it's not how it's supposed to be, but yes, if you're just confident with your answers, they won't notice it that you're actually saying it the wrong way. So just make sure you're confident with your answer. And the last thing that I'd like to be sharing with you would be to give your best shot and enjoy the process. Now, if you have researched a lot and you have done your homework, I think it will be okay for you to relax. Just give your best. You don't really have to think too much. Think that whatever happens, even if you fail, you've also gained an experience, and you can always improve yourself the next time you try. And the most important part is that you continue pursuing your dream no matter what it takes. Alright? So I hope you guys enjoyed my video for today, and I hope I got you inspired by this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video, and please write your comments down below if you want me to discuss about anything. I'll be more than happy to share it with you guys, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.